M.S Rau is one of the most well-known galleries in the United States. And they are here for the first time in Maastricht with a lot of famous painters. So you got, in fact, already a lot of press because of that Van Gogh. Yeah. Is it here the place to bring the Van Gogh?
With certainty. I mean, this is the most important fair in the world. As we were saying, there's so many museum curators and directors here, and just bringing it back to Holland has been moving because it's kind of a homecoming for this piece that's been out of the country for a long time, and it's fun because we're surrounded by old masters dealers who kind of demonstrate Flemish art history, and you understand his inspiration, but you also understand where he was going as this master of color and expression. So.
But you have so many other also very important pieces of art.
Thank you. That was the goal, absolutely. It's hard to choose favorites, but this Picasso is quite striking. It's a late period portrait, clearly, of a big size. It's a good bit larger than the majority of his portraits. And there's a quote that said when he painted men of beards, they were typically of his father. But it's also interpreted to be a self-portrait.
And I think it's in price it's even higher than the Van Gogh, no?
True, but the Picasso market is so strong that I would argue that it's a great value compared to works from earlier decades. I mean, it's approachable.
Okay, where do we go now?
Yeah, and I can show you another couple pieces.
Yeah.
This is a depiction of Ukrainian folk dancers.
Okay.
And Degas was exposed to them at the Exposition Universelle in Paris.
Yeah.
He did a very small series. This one's been on view at the Getty for some time. They argue that this is the best in the series. It's super detailed and rich. The pastel's been applied in stunning layers. And I also love that with the drapery of the costumes, they're a bit more dynamic, a bit more lively than some of the ballerinas.
And then we have a Marguerite, I think.
Yeah. It's a little bit after the war, so he's starting to show some enthusiasm, use of color. And I think it's special because it sort of marries the symbolism, the mystery, the cryptic imagery that he becomes known for as a surrealist with the Renoir style. So it's a bit more painterly. The paint is handled perhaps more than some of his later pieces, which are a bit more sharp. Mm-hmm. So it's expressive both in his use of brushstrokes and the mysterious images. Yeah.
All right.
Proud of that
well,
one.
Let's say the last one.
I saw you were noticing our Renoir. Well, we brought a few, but this one's special.
A few Renoirs. Yeah. All right.
So it's Madame Paul Valéry, who was one of his favorite sitters. He painted her often as a child, and then this is really her debut. He wanted to showcase her in her very elegant garb once she kind of emerged as a woman. So this is a celebration of the next chapter of her life, and just you understand the intimacy between this familial connection between them.
And it's typical Renoir, the style?
Yeah, I think it captures, so depends on how you define typical. You know, we brought a work on paper, we brought a landscape, but when you think of portraits, I think of elegant women in hats that are very chic and very stylish, and she's got her nice collar necklace on too. Yeah, it's iconic Renoir.